The Newsline.
Hello and welcome back to Newsline, brought to you by People's TV. In today's news commentary, we wish to draw your attention to an international conference taking place in Doha, Qatar, known as the Doha Forum. The gathering is described as a high-end, state-level diplomatic event of global significance. It brings together heads of state, cabinet ministers, senior United Nations officials, policy specialists, education experts, social activists, businessmen, and representatives from several non-governmental organizations. The conference will focus on global issues such as conflict resolution, climate change, economic development, and similar challenges shaping our world. Qatar is positioning itself as a soft power platform for high-level discussions of this nature on the global stage. In this context, we intended to highlight the ground reality of Qatar, even though the theme of the forum is presented as diplomacy, dialogue, diversity. The theme of the forum suggests that Qatar is a nation built on diplomacy, dialogue, and diversity. The reality, however, stands in stark contrast to these ideals. Diversity is one of the clearest examples. Qatar does not permit the practice of any religion other than Islam within its borders. Construction of places of worship for other faiths or the registration of existing buildings as religious centers is completely prohibited. Gathering under the banner of another religion, even in a rented or leased space, is not allowed under Qatari law. Qatar functions as a state that upholds religious fascism, operating with the characteristics of a religious dictatorship. Speaking of Jews, Judaism is completely restricted in Qatar. You will not find a single synagogue in the entire country, since the public practice of Judaism is not permitted. Qatar promotes itself as a soft power platform that lectures the world on diplomacy, dialogue, and diversity, yet its own policies contradict the very values it advertises. In any society, individuals or institutions that promote values they refuse to uphold are called hypocritical. Qatar's state practices clearly fall into that category. Qatar has also been repeatedly linked to the funding and support of various extremist and militant organizations across the world. Several of these groups are said to maintain financial networks and bank accounts within Qatari territory, raising serious questions about the credibility of Qatar's claims regarding dialogue and peace. These allegations are raised by Khalid al-Hayal, the opposition leader of Qatar who now lives in exile in London. His claims add weight to what is already visible. Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood operate openly from Qatari soil. Qatar continues to fund militant organizations across the Middle East through both direct and indirect channels, strengthening networks that contribute to instability in the region. Qatar appears to be attempting a grand act of whitewashing by hosting international events that promote themes such as democracy and dialogue. Hosting such forums may give the impression of moral authority, yet the contrast between image and reality remains undeniable. The truth functions like a rubber ball that repeatedly rises to the surface regardless of the effort to suppress it. If this report helped you see the situation on the ground clearly, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to People's TV, where truth has no agenda, and facts speak louder than spin.
Subscribe us for more details.